Hello, everybody, and we're back for the second game of this doubleheader on May 7th, 1961, between the Reds and the Braves. Reds made a few adjustments to the lineup. Leading off, playing second, is Blasingame. Batting second, playing center field, is Penson. And making his start here, playing right field, is Bell, batting third. And batting fourth, playing left field, is Robinson. Batting fifth and playing first is Coleman. Batting sixth, playing third, is Freeze. Playing shortstop, rather. Batting seventh is Cordonis. And this time behind the plate, you have Smith doing the catching. And on the mound, the ace of the staff, Jim O'Toole, batting ninth for the visiting Reds. And the Braves stick with the same lineup except for a different pitcher here in game number 2. May playing right, leading off. Bolin batting second, playing second. Batting third, playing third. Matthews batting fourth. In center is Aaron. Batting fifth at first is Adcock. Batting sixth, playing short, is McMillan. Batting seventh and left is Roach. And behind the plate is Charlie Lowe. And doing the pitching, batting ninth, is NOTTEBART. Let's get down to the field and get game 2 of this doubleheader started, folks. And here we go. First pitch to Blasingame is going to be a 34. And that's a strikeout by Don. Strikes out the first batter. That's a good omen if you're a Braves fan. One down here in the first. Here's Penson. And a 35. And against the C, it's going to be a single in the left. First runner for the Reds. One out now for Gus Bell. Runner on first. And he got a hold of this one, folks. And he wraps that ball into left field. And Pence is going to score the whole way from first on this double. So he nails that ball down the right field line right over first base. And it's quickly now 1-0 Reds here on the top of the first with Bell on second for Frank Robinson. And that's a 25. That's a line drive smashed down at Frank for the second out. Don started off with that strike, but he ain't fooling nobody since. Strikeout, rather, and he ain't fooling nobody since. 2 hard hit balls. Here's Coleman. 64, and he strikes Coleman out. So he strikes out the first batter and the last, but in between, the Reds score 1 and go up 1-0. As we're going to the bottom of the first, Braves' first chance here. And May to lead off. A 62, and that's going to be a ball hit back to O'Toole. He throws over the Coleman for the out. One down here in the first. And here comes Frank Bolin up. 23, that's going to be hit down the short. That's a quick 2 outs here for the Braves. That brings up Matthews. And that is going to be a single in the center for Eddie. Keeps the inning alive for Hank. Here comes Henry. Hank Aaron up. See what Henry can do. And a 24, and they strike Aaron out. Then the bottom of the first, your score 1-0 Reds. So we go to the top of the second. Got Freeze, Cardonis, and Smith due up for the Reds. Bottom part of the lineup. And that ball's hit down the second. Easy play for Frank over the first. Here comes Cardonis Chico. And that ball's going to be hit into right field for a base hit. Again, they get the second runner on today. Same thing they did in the first. Here comes Smith up. 65. That's going to be a pop up to Charlie in foul territory. Throws the mask off. That's 2 down. Brings up O'Toole. He's hitting 182 on the season. Not a bad hitting pitcher. Not bad. 62. They strike him out. And that ends the top of the second. Still 1-0 Reds. Adcock, Roach, and McMillan due up for the Braves. Here in the bottom of the second. 51 against O'Toole. That's a single went over the shortstop's head in the left. So Joe gets on with a single. Brings up Roach. And a 61. That's going to be a double play, I believe. That ball's hit down the short. Over to Blasingame for 1. Over to Coleman for 2. And that ends the inning. No, don't. That's only 2 outs. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go now with Roach up. A 32, and that's going to be a 26. With nobody on, that ball's going to be hit down the second for the final out. Okay, we got the top of the order due up for the Reds. And they walk Blasingame. Owns Pence up. Penson, he's going to pop out to the catcher in foul territory. 1 down. Here comes Gus Bell up. 32, and that ball's going to be hit down to second. His only play is going to be over the McMillan covering. No chance for a double play, but they get the lead runner. Here comes Frank Robinson up now. And Frank gets a hold of this one off of Don. And that ball's hit over first. And that's going to score Bell from first. And that puts the Reds up by 2. Frank ends up at second with a double. And it's 2-0 Reds. Here comes Coleman. And Gordon's going to runner steals third, goes home on a wild throw by the catcher. Jeez, you peach. Frank had him fooled. Takes off. Stolen base. Or 2 safe. Error on the catcher. And see what happens here. Or 2-1 extra base. See if this works. That didn't work. Come back here. We'll save this. Got things all messed up. Okay. Go back and resume the game. Okay. So we're going to have a stolen base. Stolen base. Or 2-2, we'll say. Error on the catcher. That didn't work. So, might have to do this. Let's see here. Stolen base. Let's see here. Stolen base with an error. We'll look it up here instead of keep trying. Page 9. See how we can get an error here. Here we go. So it'll be a stolen base or to safe E2 and an asterisk. See here. See if I get Frank in. Yes, it does. Alrighty, folks. So all of a sudden now the Reds are up by 3. 2 out, nobody on. And we got a fly out to May. And that'll end the inning. But the Reds scored 2 more, make it 3-0. And here we go now to the bottom of the third. Bottom part of the lineup due up for the Braves. That ball will be hit down to second base. Blasingame up with it. And he throws over to first for the first out. Here comes Don up. No, he smacks that ball into right field. Nice job. Nice job by Don. Got a runner on first now for May. Can he keep this going? 43. That ball's going to be hit. No, it's not going to be hit. That's going to be a strikeout by O'Toole. 2 down here. Brings up Frank Bowen with 1 out. And a 12. That's a 25. And that ball's hit down to second. He goes the short way over the short to end the inning. So the Braves leave 1. We go to the top of the 4th. 3-0 Reds. 23. The ball's going to be hit down to Frank at second. He fires over to first for the first out of the inning. Here comes Chico up. 32. That ball's going to be hit down to Frank too. They better start picking on somebody else. That's 2 outs here. Smith due up now. 25, and they walk Smith. Trots on down to first. That brings up O'Toole with 2 outs, a runner on first. 42, and they strike him out to end the 4th. Still 3-0 Reds, with Matthews, Aaron, and Joe due up for the Braves in the fourth. Here's Matthews. And Matthews gets a hold of that and rocks that ball in the right field for a base hit. Here comes Aaron up now with Eddie on at first. And he's going to keep this hit parade going, folks. He's going to single in the right, and Matthews is going to end up on third. So first and third, nobody out. The Reds will play back for the double play here with Joe up. See what he can do. Joe's hitting the ball well at the beginning of this year. See if he can keep it up. And he's going to pop that ball up to second. And Blassingame's calling everybody off. Everybody stays put. First out of the inning. Big out there. Here comes Max. See if he can drive Eddie in. A 62. They strike him out. Here comes Roach. 2 outs now. 42. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right. Bell's got that. O'Toole pitches around the trouble. Runner on third, nobody out. First and third, and he gets out of it with no run scored. As we go to the top of the fifth, still 3-0, and Braves, it's a golden opportunity to get on the scoreboard. Below that, here's Blassingame. 61, that ball's hit back to Nottebart, and he fires over the Joe for the first out of the inning. Benson, as we drop both of the die this time. And a 61. He hits that ball back to Don. He's getting some action here in this inning. 2 quick outs. Brings up Bell. And a 8 off of a C. It's going to be a single in the left center. Aaron up with that. Throws the ball in. Brings up Frank Robinson with a runner on first. 2 outs. And he's going to keep this merry-go-round going. And Bell's going to find his way down the third as that ball's hit in the center field. Aaron throws it in. Still 2 outs, first and third now. Nottebart got himself in a little bit of a pickle here. But there is 2 outs. Here's Coleman up. He's 0 for 2 today. And he's not 0 for 2 anymore. Back, and gone over the left field fence. 3-run homer, folks. I just blew this game open. 6-0 Reds. 3-run homer by Coleman. Here's Freeze up now with nobody on. And he comes back to strike him out. But the Reds score 3 more. It is now 6-0. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. Here's Charlie. 21. He's going to fly out the left. Frank Robinson's got that. And that'll be it for Nottebart. No pitch hit for him. And Wiley will come in the pitch. And here they're going to bring up here. Bring Logan in the pitch hit. We want pitch hitters, guys. Cancel that. I don't want pitchers. I want pitch hitters. There's Johnny. Alrighty, here's Johnny Logan up now. The pitch hit with 1 out, nobody on. And he's going to foul out to the catcher. 2 down. Brings up May now with 2 outs, nobody on. And he walks. Can the Braves get something going here with 2 outs? Here's Frank up now, down by 6 after that big 3-run homer. And that's going to be an infield hit off of O'Toole. Slow roller down the first. He beats it out. And here comes Matthew now. One swing in the bat here, and Eddie could get the Braves back in this game, folks. 62 ain't going to happen. He strikes him out. Got a little bit of a jam. We go to the top of the 6th. Still 6-0 Reds. We got to bring in Wiley here to pitch. There's Carl. Alrighty. He's got the bottom part of the lineup. Chico, Smith, and O'Toole due up. And an 18. That's going to be a first on air. McMillan bobbles that one. And everybody's happy in Redland. And I don't know about the Braves. Don't need airs right now. You need outs. Here comes Smith looking for the double play. The Braves are 24, and that's going to be a fly out to Roach out and left. 1 down. Tools up by 6. He's not going to sacrifice. Let him swing away. Have some fun. 35, and they strike him out. 2 down here now in the 6th. We're blasting game. And he's going to pop up to the catcher. Charlie throws his mask. Makes the play. And that'll end the 6th. Still 6-0 Reds. We got Aaron, Adcox, and McMillan due up. And they strike out Aaron. Jim is just firing the ball today, ain't he? How many strikeouts has that for him? That's his 5th strikeout. Here comes Adcock. 35, and he walks Joe. Not what you want to see if you're a Reds fan, walking people. Here comes Mac. Millen's up, and that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play, folks. And that'll end the threat here, if you want to call it that, in the 6th. So we go to the top of the 7th, 6-0 Reds. 35, and that is going to be a single in the left. Lead runners on. Brings up Gus Bell. A 62. That ball's going to be hit back to the pitcher. And he's going to go over the second. No, he's going to strike Bell out. Sorry about that. He's got that Y. Strikes Bell out. 1 down. Here comes Frank Robinson up. And a 12. And that's a double play, folks. That ball's hit down the short. McMillan to Frank over the Joe. 6-4-3. Inning double play ball. And we go to the 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game, folks, as the Braves are losing 6-0 here. And here's Mel Roach up. 23. He's going to hit that ball down the blasting game. He's up with it. Fires over to Gordon at first. 1 down. Here's Charlie. 32. That ball is going to be hit down the blasting game again. Pick on somebody else, you Braves. Alrighty. We'll take Wiley out here. Bring in. Who are we going to bring in the pitch hit this time? We'll bring in Taylor to pitch hit, 2 outs. There's Hawk. Alrighty. Who are we going to bring in the pitch? The top of the 8th. Pikes. Pitts. Bring him in. Pitch. And here's the pitch to Taylor. And I dropped the dice all over the place. And a 36. And that's going to be a strikeout. Taylor goes down looking. Now to win the bottom of the 7th. Peachy comes in. Where is he at? There's Ron coming in the pitch for the Braves. And he'll be dealing with Coleman, Freeze, and Chico. 62. That's a fly out to May and right. 1 down. Freeze is up now. 41. That ball's hit down the short. Max up with it. Throws over to Joe for the 2nd out of the inning. And here we go. See if they can get out of this. 1, 2, 3. No. No, they can't. 64. That's going to be a double in right center. He's up with it, fires it in. Brings up Smith with a runner on second. 2 outs. 62, and that's going to be a deep fly to May, but he's got room. That'll end the inning. But it's still 6-0 as we make our way to the 8th inning. Tools pitching a heck of a game. Here comes the top of the lineup for the Braves. Can they get something going here in the 8th? Down to their last 6 outs. And that's not going to do it. That's going to be hit down the 3rd. Freezes up with it. Fires over the 1st for the 1st out of the inning. Here comes Bolin. And he gets a hold of this one now. Lines that ball in the right field for the 1st hit of the inning. Brings up Matthews now with a runner on. Can he keep this hit parade going? And he does. That ball is back, and over the left field fence. Home run by Eddie. Makes it a 6-2 game. Braves get on the board here in the 8th. Trying to make a game out of it. And that'll get the bullpen up. They got Henry up, and Bronson will be up. The lefty-righty combinations up in the bullpen. Here's Hank. And Hank's going to hit that ball in the left field, and he's going to steal second on the first pitch to Joe, and it'll be a strike on him. Frank ends up at, Aaron ends up at second for Joe. Braves are threatening here, only one out. Could cut this lead down to 3. And an 8. That's going to be hit back to the pitcher. O'Toole's only play is the first. Aaron will go down the third, but that makes 2 outs here. Here comes McMillan up. And he's going to wrap that ball down the short. He's going to fire over the first to end the threat. But the Braves do score 2 on the Eddie Matthews home run and cut the lead to 6-2 as we go to the top of the 9th. And I think that's going to be it for O'Toole. If he was still pitching the shutout, we'd have left him in. We'll let Lynch do the pitch hitting here. Oh, Jerry, see what he can do here. There's Jerry. All righty. Top of the 9th, 6-2, the Reds. Uh-oh. And Lynch is going to bounce that ball off the right center field wall. Hank Aaron's up with it, fires it in. But Lynch will end up at second with a stand-up double. Not what the Braves need. They need to shut them out here in the top of the 9th. Give themselves any kind of chance at all. Here comes Blasingame. And 36. That's going to be a wow pitch. Shoo. Not what you want. They'll have to bring the infield in now. Runner on third for Blasingame. 32. That's a 26. Runner out at home. Batter to second on. Run down. So let's see here. Where was that ball hit to? The ball was hit down to second. And we'll have to get him down to second here. Blasingame down the second, but 1 out now. And a runner on second. 26. It's a 27. That ball is hit to third. No, it's not. That's a strike him out. He strikes out Penson for the second out of the inning. Here comes Bell. Can they get out of this without giving up a run? I think I spoke too soon. That's a single over second. And Blasingame's going to score. It's like it looked like they might get out of this mess. They don't. Gus comes up with a big hit. Drives them in. Here comes Frank Robinson up now. 62. It's a 22. And they hit Frank. Ooh. I don't know if that was a how do you do pitch or not. Man, that might have been a little bit of frustration there. First and second now for Gordo with 2 outs. And maybe not. He might be just wow because he just walked Gordo. Brings up Freeze. Can he get out of this jam here? And that ball is back. Deep center. That ball is driven. My gosh, that's a no doubter. Grand salami. Woo! Freeze just busted that cover off that ball. Man. Shoo. And that put an aim into this game, didn't it, folks? Here's Chico. And he's not done. Shoo. 52. He's going to double hard in the right. Bangs that ball off the wall. Shoo. Here comes Smith up the bat with a runner on second. And that's going to end the inning, but that was a hard line drive to Frank. Sure. Bronson will come in to pitch. It's the Jim and Jim show. Jim O'Toole. And now Bronson, Jim Bronson coming in. He'll face the bottom of the lineup. Roach. Loud. And a pitch hitter. 13. He strikes out Roach. One down here in the bottom of the ninth. Here's Charlie. And that ball's hit the left. Frank Robinson's got that for the second out. And we need a pitch hitter here. Let's see who we're going to bring off the bench. We'll bring Al Spangler up. Pitch hit. I don't want the pitchers. I want a pitch hitter. There we go. All righty, the Braves are down to their last out. Here's Al. And that's going to be it. He flies out to Frank Robinson to end the game, folks. As the Reds get even here in the second game of this doubleheader and win 11-2. Alrighty, let's take a look at the box score here. It was all Reds in this second game, for sure. Shoo. It is 11 runs on 13 hits, no errors. 2 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors. Bell was 3 for 5. Robinson 2 for 4. You had Coleman and Freeze with the home run. The grand slam by Freeze. Sure. You had Bolin 2 for 4. Matthews 3 for 4 with that home run, but it sure wasn't enough. Hank Aaron 2 for 4. They just couldn't drive him in. O'Toole, heck of a game. 9 hits scattered over 8 innings, only 2 runs, struck out 6 and walked 2. Gave up that 1 home run. Nottebart with 5 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, walked 2. The bullpen did an okay job until the 9th inning with that grand salami, and that was all she wrote. Let's do some fast score games here. Fast play. First up is Giants in Philadelphia. And the Phillies win. Giants 1 run on 6 hits, no errors. Phillies 5 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. They may do good with only 4 hits. See how they did this. Let's look at the scorecard here. Ooh, had a big third inning. A grand slam salami there by Smith. A double and walk, 2, and then a home run. That's what did it. Matter of fact, they scored all the runs in the they scored all of them. Yes, they did. Shoo. First they hit by pitch. Yeah, and they actually walked 1 run in before the grand slam. Sure. Darn. Crazy. Crazy third inning. Yeah, 5 runs. All in that third inning. The Dodgers and the Pirates. And the Dodgers win. 4 runs on 7 hits and no errors. And the Pirates 1 run on 5 hits and no errors. And the last game for the 7th of May is the Cubs going to the Cardinals. Nice little rivalry game here. And the Cardinals win. Cubs no runs on 3 hits and no errors. Cardinals 2 runs on 6 hits and no errors. Let's take a look at the standings here after May 7th in the National League. You got the Cubbies still out in front, tied with the Reds, over just by percentage points. The Cubs are 14-7, while the Reds are 15-8. San Francisco's 2 games back. The Cardinals are 2.5. Our Milwaukee Braves are 3.5 games back. The Dodgers are 5.5, along with the Pirates. And the lonely Phillies are holding everybody up 9.5 games back. I want to thank everybody that tuned in and watched the game. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell on the way out. And hit the like button and leave any comments. Until next time, y'all take care.